Oh, neat. Okay, so in contexts, which is a terrible word to try to say when you're live streaming, in contexts, we're basically going to take this 4 times 9 and put it into a real world sort of context. So Henry scored 9 points each basketball game. He played 4 games. How many total points did he score? That is absolutely multiplication. That is 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 9 times 4. Whereas this part B, Alyssa has 9 dolls. She bought 4 more. That's 9 plus 4, not 9 times 4. Cameron has 4 boats. 8 people can fit on each boat. If this was a 9, this would actually be correct, but it's not. It's an 8, so the only one is A. A candy factory makes 4 pieces of candy each day for 7 days. What does the expression 7 times 4 represent? I cannot overstate how important problems like this are. You can't just take math like 3 times 4 and separate it off from the rest of life. You have to be able to take 3 times 4 or 7 times 4 or whatever, and you have to be able to put it into a real life context, or else math is useless. The whole point of math is, when are we going to have to use this in real life? That's the whole point. So we're going to do multiplication in context, and we're going to come up with lots and lots and lots of different ways that you might be able to use multiplication in real life in order to solve problems. So these kinds of problems are so important that I'm willing to spend several extra minutes on this stream just talking about them, because it's that important. These are the problems. Make sure your students focus on these kinds of problems, connecting the numbers and the processes to real life. Okay, so in this case, the worst candy factory ever, because it only makes 4 pieces of candy, that is total pieces of candy. Not the total number of factories, not the total number of days, the total pieces of candy made. Pamela bought 2 packages of peppers. There was 1 pepper in each package, and Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Which expression can we use? 2 packages of peppers with 1 pepper in each package. That's either 2 times 1. That's it. Just 2 times 1. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Tongue twisters it's funny because I can do tongue twisters, but then when I try to say the word tongue twister, I get messed up. All right, Sophie is planning to make 7 party hats. Annie is making 6 more party hats. That is not multiplication, that is addition, so that's wrong. Mara packed 7 candy bars in her bag. She gave 6 of them away. That is not multiplication, that is subtraction. And I love these kinds of problems. I cannot overstate how much I love these kinds of problems, because it means taking these multiplications and these additions and these subtractions and making them mean something. If Lucy runs for 6 minutes every day for 7 days, that's when you multiply. It's 7 groups of 6, 7 sixes. Ben uses 9 lemons to make a pitcher of lemonade. There are 6 pitchers of lemonade, so 6 times 9 will represent the total number of lemons used. There are 5 boxes of books. Each box has 10 books. That's 5 times 10 or 10 times 5. Which problem can we solve with 8 times 2? The pet store has 8 cages. There are 2 puppies in each cage. That works. B is close. It is multiplication, but it's 8 times 3 because there's 3 cookies in each box of Girl Scout cookies, which again is a ripoff. Brian has 8 slices of pizza. He eats 2. That's a subtraction problem. That's not what we're working on right now. I was wrong. What did I do? Oh, I clicked the wrong... Okay. That's annoying because I actually clicked the right one, but because I was gesturing with my mouse, I clicked the wrong one. Irritating. Anyway, we'll make it up in the quiz later on. Hey, it's the quiz. Is it later on already? Let's go ahead and do it. That looks like how many groups of 3 ladybugs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like 9 groups of 3 ladybugs. So that's 9 times 3. Multiplying 6 times 8 is like having 6 rows of dots with 8 dots in each row. I happen to know that 8 times 3 is 24, and that 24 times 2 is 48. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 48 here. Lots and lots and lots of different ways that you could think about this multiplication. Taylor made 8 ruby bracelets. She used 6. Wow, Taylor has lots of money. Taylor made 8 ruby bracelets. She used 6 rubies to make each one. 8 times 6 will represent the total number of rubies. Not the number of bracelets, not the number of each bracelet, but the total number of rubies in all. Again, it's a subtle difference, but it's important to start getting this across. Being able to say what you mean rather than saying something that's slightly different from what you mean or saying something ambiguous is pretty important. It's a skill. It's a skill that we're learning right now. I see 2, 4, 6, 8 ducks in each group. I see 4 groups. That's 32 ducks. And then 7 times 2 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, C is 2 times 6. Okay, that's quiz 2. And as hoped, the multiplication in context that I got wrong last time is now moved up to the same level as everything else. So we're going to back up. What do we got next?